He wasn't here for any of it, so I think it's only right for Brett to be able to defend himself live from California. He's out there with the Chicklets gang. They're out there for the All-Star game. They've been out there all week. Gaz came back today. I believe he was claiming that he didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I think I heard that amazing claim from
Gaz
Gaz.
said he didn't want to go. He's like, well, I came home. It's like after the weekend in Manhattan Beach. And then you came home.
Thinking about you, sister, golden hair surprise.
What a goddamn shit show this thing is. All right, Brett, you there?
You had to grab a couple beers,
got it.
Brett?
What's that?
Had to grab a couple beers for the boys?
Yeah, I just had a couple of beers for the boys. No, we're going in and out of like the valleys and shit. So yeah, we lose service.
Got it. So the Super Bowl houses, you booked them?
Yeah, I guess I booked them. I mean, we looked at them. It was me and Spider and Daniela kind of getting everything together, and then we booked them because they were.
Danielle said she got involved after they were booked. So you and Spider?
Yeah, we had to book them a long time ago though, and that was the only way we could get houses that were big enough for everybody was there's kind of slim options down there. So anything that's got a bunch of bedrooms and relatively close to Atlanta and where we were looking at for Super Bowl like radio locations and whatnot. So we didn't have very many options.
Because there's options available like near the main house now.
But not like 6-7 bedrooms. I mean,
No,
if there
they're
is now,
decent size, I think. But you could get a couple small. My thing is like an hour in traffic's a pain in the ass.
There's no doubt. I mean, if it's an hour. We looked at it. It was like 25 minutes when we did it before.
Without traffic?
Without traffic, yeah.
There's usually traffic from what I heard.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like well, in New York, if you live here, right, it's like to get to point A to point B without traffic is a very different conversation than with traffic.
And, well, the other thing, too, was we were trying to fit all content into one house. And so there was going to be more of like a sales house or a separate kind of like supporting house if we needed the room. And obviously it ended up turning into a thing where, we have radio and everybody's on a bunch of shows, so it turned into more people going. And then so we had to kind of use both houses. But yeah, I mean, there's options now, and I don't know what the cancellation policy is, but
We looked. It's pretty severe.
Severe as in
Costly.
I don't think you're getting a refund. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're close to downtown, or one of them is close to downtown. So
But we're not
we wanted to
downtown.
do that.
That's the issue.
Right, but we didn't know where the venue was going to be.
Which is
at
a
all. So
fair
we said-
point, but is a fair point. And regardless, though, to split the houses up with the amount that everybody works together and, like, it's production in one house, but even production has to be, like, there. They produce all this stuff.
Sure, and that's why we ended up getting hotel rooms, probably 12 minutes north of town, or where we're at, so it'll be no traffic.
All right, Brett. Well,
The future, I just think you got to get two houses very close
Two
together.
houses as close as we can, yeah. That makes sense. It's just
Yeah, it does. It definitely, makes sense. Because like, there's people going back and forth. They work. They don't want to have to wait an hour of traffic when they may have to commute back and forth multiple times during the day for get equipment. So it makes sense.
it checks out, yeah.
So what are you doing?
You're right here in California.
Yes.
I am in charge of like the New Amsterdam activations, what we're doing around the All-Star game. And then in the front part of the LA trip, we're filming a bunch of content to bank, and then we can package it up and sell it in a few weeks here. So basically, just managing the schedules and managing how we're coming together to do that, along with the New Amsterdam branded stuff and the social and videos that we go for that.
Okay. Has it been fun?
It's been a very, very fun.
Yeah, it looks it. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Are you guys having fun?
No. I'm dealing with a lot of people unhappy with the housing situation.
Oh, I apologize. I think.
Don't worry, I got it. You enjoy yourself out there in Manhattan Beach and keep drinking and partying and doing all that. And I'll handle your. I'll handle it. I'll take care of it, like I always do, Brett. I didn't get my clothes back from Italy, but this one I will handle.
This one feels different. I think you're going to win this one.
Yeah, this one. I mean, I'll have to figure it out.
That's why you're the best boss in the world, Dave.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Go straight from Manhattan Beach to the Super Bowl?
We're going from San Jose. I'm flying Sunday morning to Atlanta.
Okay. Must be nice. Must be nice. I want to die, come back as Brett Merriman. That's what I want to do. Or Gaz, one or the other.
Well, Gaz didn't want to go down.
Gaz did not want to go down. That's correct. He said he had. He at any level, Brett. Before I let you go, when you and Paul were both there, at any level were you like, man, it's kind of like there's barely enough work for one person. Why are we both here?
Yeah, we talked about it. Monday morning, where it was kind of like it was overkill having the both of us just to set up the first leg of the trip.
Right.
But once we kind of got everything together, and all the guys were happy, everything, the houses were situated, the hotels and everything were once we started making content, our jobs were done setting up the first part of the trip, and then now it's all the branding and the rest of it. So yes, it's probably a one-person job.
How's the weather been?
The Chicklets guys, 75 and sunny.
Nice. It was 7 here yesterday.
7.
I heard.
Yeah. Well,
How
keep
much
that
sun did you
sunscreen because you're light skinned. I won't want you to get a burn.
Very fair. Tommy knows a little bit about, Rachel knows a little bit about sunscreen. So.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Keep working hard, Brett.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We'll see you in Atlanta,
See you,
Brett.
See you guys.
All right.
That guy. He I don't know. We got people here, they just, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, he is Paul Glazinski's protege. He really is.
And the two of them were out there together.
Just honestly enough work for maybe like a quarter of a person. And we had 2 people out there throwing beers on each other on Manhattan Beach, having the time of their lives.
Now, look, as a notorious boondoggler myself, I definitely respect it on some level. And it allows me to see it. It's like when they bring Frank Abagnale Jr. in as into the police unit, or the FBI, I guess it is, to kind of crack the code for all of the guys that are writing forged checks and all of that. I can see right through it. I mean, the fact that they're both out, they got Granelli, they got all the Chicklets guys, which there's 4 of them to begin with. So that's a whole crew that they could be doing.
Granelli's job is their job. Like, Granelli is supposed to be doing what apparently we had to send 2 full humans to do one very simple job that Granelli is supposed to be doing. What the hell is Granelli doing? Can we get Granelli on the phone? I want to know what Granelli does. What does Granelli do?
From my understanding, he is the producer, that kind of a Swiss Army knife producer of the Spittin' Chicklets franchise. Which you would think a big Spittin' Chicklets trip like this, he would be able to handle a lot of the behind the scenes.
You'd think.
The relationships.
It's not as fun when you can't get Paul and fluffy-haired Muppet out there, though. And by the way, simple, I feel like Paul's gotten better. Stop appearing on every video just drinking. That's how you get yourself in the spotlight.
I was also informed we have Pasha and Dana. We're paying for Pasha too. We got like 5 dudes for.
I don't even know who Pasha is.
What's Pasha? What is
This
it?
is personal camera guy and Dana and Granelli. And
well, like we're paying for Pasha, you mean?
That's what they told me.
So let me get this straight. We've got at least three behind the scenes
here's the thing.
people.
I know there was a big fuck up with Spittin' Chicklets in Chicago. So I think there was
Definitely.
the element of, all right, we're going to make sure this doesn't fuck up again.
Okay, fine. So we sent Brett.
Which is bizarro Band-Aid.
No offense.
What
Brett,
happened in
Brett.
Chicago? Are we allowed to talk about that?
The audio didn't work in the bar, and there was like no one there to help it and fix it.
Got it.
Big time.
Yeah,
like
I saw the video. Of it.
Yeah, there was Granelli
So
and
that's a
Whitney.
legitimate
Apparently, we're about
thing.
to murder
But
the guys.
I also don't see like Brett. Those aren't like tech guys. Those aren't guys that are like gonna make sure the audio works. As far as I know.
No, I'm pretty sure
Like, there's no skills that either Brett or Paul possess that Granelli shouldn't possess. If, like, all business Pete was there, I get that. It's like, all right, we're going to make sure everything works audio-wise.
Yes, and let me say this, that Brett, especially over the last 6 months when I've been posting more videos and Brett does a lot of the programming and he's been great at that, but you can pretty much just text him about that from anywhere on the planet at any given moment is where I'm concerned.
And meanwhile, it all comes back. It's so easy to, like, Caleb went to Greece for like a month without me knowing. He just went dark.
You have to stay off
Just
the
get
radar.
off the grid.
That's boondoggling 101. You
Brett
stay off
couldn't
the
be
grid.
more on the grid if his life depended. How did Gaz get in trouble? Super Bowl. He's pouring beers on his head after we lectured everybody that you have to, like, be on social. I wouldn't have thought a thing. And then you see it. It's like, what the fuck?
Got to stay off.
Just stay off the grid. When you're doing things you know you're getting away with murder, stay off the grid.
He's on Biz Nasty's Instagram story. Guy has like 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Like, do it
every time. Just drinking. Stay off the grid. That's it. Easy.
The California boondoggle. So for my count, I mean, they've got Granelli behind the scenes. They've got Dana behind the scenes. Posh, who I just learned about, who's behind the scenes. That's 3 people. Then they also have Brett, and they had Gaz until today. That's 5 people.
And by the way, there's different variations. Like, I don't think ever of Dana as a boondoggle guy. Like, Dana, to me, is a super hard worker. I also haven't seen him in a lot of videos. Maybe he hasn't. No one's brought it to my attention. But he has, like, built up a reputation. Somebody who works his dick off. So it's like so it is various reputations. I mean, like, the last time I saw Dana, we were coming home from the Super Bowl, and he, like, took the blanket with him from the hotel because he, like, needed a blanket. Like, that's Dana in my mind.
Which is great.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see. But again, when you start to throw it all together, it feels like Dana could probably be handling a lot of things. He actually has certain skill sets, et cetera, et cetera. So the California boondoggle with the Chicklets guys, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. I don't know that we really did. I feel like Brett, drinking buddy Brett, kind of just said yes to everything you were saying. I think he's
smart, but he's basically saying there wasn't a big enough house. So then get too small, whatever. We got to be close to each other. There has to be ways to get close to each other. You're telling me there's only one house in Atlanta that you booked this far in advance? Dave Portnoy finds that hard to believe. Atlanta, for those who don't know, it's a major city. Big suburbs. Bucket, come on. You tell me there's not another house? No chance.
Houses everywhere. Huge
houses
city.
Everywhere. We live in a world of houses.
All right. Let's go to break. We had a couple callers there. Maybe we'll hear back from Rico at some point. Who knows? We had Brett on the line. We're trying to get, I think, Granelli now to figure out what exactly he can or can't do to justify other folks being there. Gaz said he didn't want to even go, yet there he is during the AFC Championship game, all over the story, having a good old time. So we're trying to figure it all out. It's Barstool Radio. We got Vibs in for Tommy. We'll be back in a few. Yeah. On the line.
You know who's going to get mad about all this? The Chicklet guys. They don't like when I pick on their boys.
No, they always do the, we're a team.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff.
Well, they got a big team. They're going to have guys who don't even – it's going to be like Whitney's days. They don't even get to suit up. We're going to have, like, healthy scratches. They got so many people out there.
Team's getting bigger and bigger every fucking day.
Yes, Chicklet's going to have healthy scratches pretty soon.
So, Granelli, you there, pal?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, Granelli?
So I got a question for Granelli because we got like 3,000 people out there this week with the Chicklets guys, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do you do?
I produce the podcast. We're actually in the middle of a podcast right now, so I'm currently not producing the podcast because I'm on the phone with you guys. But I produce the podcast, and I take care of. I talent manage. That's what I do. I manage the talent.
Got it. So like, what about like what Brett's doing? Could you do what he's doing? What about what Paul was doing? Paul said he was out there primarily because Whitney didn't have a hotel booked one night. Could you have like fixed that or no?
No. Well, isn't that like Spider Shop, like Spider and like Brett and them? Like that's. I didn't think that was my job.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking. Like, could you handle it? Could we expand your role?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Because it's like I like doing that. If we have 3 guys doing like working at 15% capacity, but one guy could go up.
No, absolutely, absolutely, and that's why we told Gaz. We said, yes, you can absolutely go home. We don't need you out here.
Well, that was after the weekend in Manhattan Beach.
Yeah. Well, not Manhattan Beach. I think it was Venice Beach.
Oh, I heard
Good
it was
clarification.
Manhattan. I heard it was. Well, that is a little different. I heard it was Manhattan.
Well, I wasn't there for Manhattan. I got out here Saturday night. They got out there before me.
Why were they out there before you?
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's it. I just wanted to figure out because it's like I that's what I asked. I was hearing all things like, oh, I think Granelli could do that. I think Granelli could do that.
No, completely understandable. There's a lot of us out here. Like I completely understand why you would question that.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's a good talk, Granelli.
All right. Well, can we be friends now?
No, I mean.
No, we're not there yet.
I'm not not friends with you, but this didn't sway the scales of justice one way or the other. But I like the answers.
Okay, I'm getting there. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I know.
I'll get there eventually.
Okay. All right, this is a good call.
All right.
All right, we're going to put Granelli in charge of everything that Brett and Gaz are doing, and I just streamline like the company.
Yep.
I think that's what I did in Chicago.
But it didn't work in Chicago. That is the problem. So you were doing it, and then it didn't work, and it's like, oh, it didn't work.
Well, it did work in Chicago besides the live show, and I said I could handle the live show, but we opted to hire a company, an outside company, instead of me doing it. And then the company that we hired was the only problem we had in Chicago. And I didn't choose that company. If I chose that company, I would have done a little research and picked a better company.
Who hired it?
I mean, I think MD hired the company. To be honest, I don't want to throw names under the bus, but I mean they did a good show with Redline Radio the week before. So
I heard they didn't. I actually heard they struggled with that one after the fact. But that's good.
Really?
Yeah, but Granelli, what you're just saying is music to my ears. That's good.
That's good. This is a good thing.
Yeah, we're making progress. You're becoming a full-grown human that I love. All right, this is a great call. We're figuring shit out in real time. Granelli is going to run the Spit and Chicklets producer, booking, everything, and he's going to make sure it's right, and then we don't have to worry about it, and I love it. Everyone's happy. I'm in a great mood.
Perfect.
All right.
That's all I can hope for.
All right.
Done.
Maybe we will be friends, Granelli.
I love this. Go Pats, baby.
All right. This is a good phone call.
Very rare, Granelli, that somebody gets like a mini promotion on the radio. Usually they just get
seems
roasted.
Like it should have been his job the whole time. I don't know why we're convoluting it. Like Granelli, I like it. Granelli is Granelli's ass. Granelli's in charge of it. Everyone answers Granelli with Chicklets. He's going to handle it. Done. One single point of contact. Perfect.
Let me ask you this.
You know, it works with me and Frankie. It works with Hank and PMT. You get your single point of contact. Everything runs through them. He's handling logistics. He's running the show. Makes him invaluable. I love it. Then you don't need the floppy-haired fucking Muppet out there blowing his hair, drinking all day. You don't need Gaz fucking booking one hotel room, taking trips to Manhattan Beach. Done. Everyone wants it. It's a win-win-win.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that the case right out of the gate?
Don't know.
Okay.
Well, I know this. Maybe people didn't trust Granelli, but I know there's a fuck-up. But he's saying right there. He's like, I would have done it. You didn't let me do it. That's on whoever. That's me. That's whoever. Granelli's now saying, hand up. Put the target on me. I want the responsibility. You know who to blame. You know who to give credit to. It's me, Mike Granelli.
So that's one of the first ever Barstool Radio history mini promotions. Yeah. Granelli has picked up responsibilities, become the guy.
He's the guy.
For
everything with Chicklets starts and stops with Granelli. I love it. I love it.
We got to the bottom of it.
And then you know what? When it goes successful, go drink yourself into oblivion, and you worked a hard day. You wake up, you do it again tomorrow. That's what I like. Earn your drinks.
Done deal. Granelli with a great call.
That should be the new motto here. Earn your drinks.
Hey, Brett.
Earn your drinks. I may get a sign made like that. Everyone loves here, party and drink. Earn your drinks. That's it. I'll never complain if you earn your drinks.
We're going to need a couple of those around the Super Bowl houses.
Yeah, earn your drinks.
Earn your drinks.
Earn your drinks.
That could also be a T-shirt. Who knows?
I love that slogan.
Throwing ideas out there.
Earn your drinks.
Put it right above the door as you walk out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Play like a champion today.
Yep.
Earn your drinks.
I love that. Earn your drinks.
All right, California crew. Hope everybody's listening. Granelli, great call from Granelli.
You're the best.
He has accepted the responsibility. It just makes sense. They're now a little bit
Give me the ball. That's what Granelli just said. Give me the ball.
Tighter, more efficient operation. The Spit and Chicklets guys. Good for them. Good for Granelli.